I feel a little bit better now that I Enter Sandman came on, so this could be got some sleep. Figured out how to meditate, deep meditation. This is, I wonder sometimes if I am still in my body. Immediately, just, some of you can go into that with your eyes open. Is it possible to teleport with your eyes open? And has this happened in the past, even in past existences here? Were we just walking somewhere and then removed? Off to Never Neverland. That's where we want to be now. I just want to be off in Never Neverland. Okay. There's somebody that you were in a relationship with, or that wanted to be in a relationship with you, that they're taking up. They took a loss. I lost. I picked. Yeah. I think at some point, say you pray. This person could be your son. Okay, well, alright, this is the beginning. Sleep with one eye open. Who was this? Did you get away from somebody? Like, I can't deal with you no more. I don't want you. I don't like you. La-di-da-di-da. I think that they've been holding in that they don't have a problem with that for a long time. And they could be trying to kind of get away too because they keep thinking about you. I don't think that they're as equipped as you are to just go into an altered state of consciousness, which allows you to deal with whatever the situation is a little bit differently. If you couldn't get pregnant by this guy, thank you. Your time may be up sooner than you think. There's a possibility maybe that now rejoice. I just feel like many people don't want to be here. It's not this woe is me. Don't give me a fucking suicide hotline number. Yeah, like, I just don't want to be here. I'm okay. It's okay for me to feel that way and not have to be put in fucking shackles and a robe. Because they're usually the people who want to put you there, they don't want to be here either. You're just more bold about it. You speak about it. You're the crazy one now. Everybody's supposed to look at this world as this wonderful world. Why wouldn't I want to be here? What a blessing life is. Isn't it just a blessing? Huh. And this one here, it's not even worth getting into your side or how you feel about it, because they're so old, they're only going to hear it. They have a self-filtering program as well. It's just different. So I think it's clear. Not going to hope be with anyone in this lifetime for whatever reason. Some of you, you're really good people, but you're very unattractive, and being a really good person just didn't work. I'm done. I can see that I'm just kind of spinning wheels on whatever this is. I want to let something else know with my imagination, and you'll see hand motions, that I'm ready to leave in whatever way. It doesn't have to be teleporting somewhere. I just don't want to be here anymore. This whole this happiness, this, you can have this, fuck it. Right? This is what I got. I'm not happy about some of the shit. For others, I'm grateful. I feel real, I just don't care. I know, and I say this before, but I think I'm programming myself to truly not care, which is why I repeat things for people who say, she said that already. One, it's my mouth. These are my words, these are my thoughts sometimes that some of you guys had a problem with, who were tapping into my brain effortlessly and then getting angry that I was having thoughts. Once we crossed over to that kind of loony bin, yeah, I just won't jump in. I won't jump in that ball pit, I'm sorry. I wonder if it really is that simple. If you get to a certain level of freedom from and slavery, from chains, whatever you want to call it here in this, it may not just be a planet we're enslaved in, it could be a fucking dimension. I command you, take me to the highest, most fruitful dimension out there and remove me from this current reality and this current dimension. That is a command. Let's see how that works. Is it possible that if we are droid-like, or we have a certain type of system that may not have been known to the public for whatever reason, or maybe they couldn't even figure out, maybe it was hidden and certain things were hidden for reasons, it wouldn't surprise me that some beings could alter the outcome of some x-rays if they wanted to. What kind of intelligence is there really out there that even the humans here with all of their technology and all their shock and all don't know? They won't share everything. We're not gonna take it. Yeah, these are for the fighters who feel like I'm fighting. I'm just shadow boxing with this shit. I'm fighting for people who don't like me. I fight for people and they hate me. I protect this guy and he gave me a look like he wanted to kill me. I just want nothing to do with it. Is it possible that they could just kind of zap you? Gone. If that's the case, I would like to request this, please. I feel like if anyone's earned it on the planet, I've earned it. I would like for just to be zapped. Zap me, please. I don't know why I'm saying this. I can't get out of here quick enough. I can't stand it. I don't want to put this shit on other people constantly and make people feel sad. This is a fabulous, I feel wonderful about this situation. So for the 3 people who may have showed some kind of emotion, and you could all look like me, I see so jaded, right? I see so many people when I just go out, I walk to get my cigarettes, I walk just to fucking to the dollar store and shit. And I just see people who can't stand being with the people they're with. And they can't stand people. Nobody says hello, nobody smiles to me. There's just nothing left here. This is so far past post-apocalypse for me. For apocalypse for me is just a fall, a complete disruption, destruction, fall. This is past that. We as a species, and I won't say we because I'm too good of a fucking person, always. You all as a species have disgusted beings that have higher rank than you. I must have figured this out already. And I don't even want to talk about that fucking story. That is all it was a story. Okay, I'm a storyteller. That's what I am. And I'm nuts. So, you chose to listen. This is what you got. Now there are people trying to find out if I'm married. Just scratch the whole thing. Okay? There are too many other things involved, including severe psychopathy on my end. So I don't even know how much of that shit was true, or if it was even supposed to be something that was factual, or if I'm just telling a story just to kind of buy time. I didn't know that I could request to be removed that way, and I want to make sure that they know that that's it. It's not going to matter where you go with what's going to happen with the sun. It's going to affect Neptune, Sissy, which is Saturn, right? Eleanor, this is how far it's going to go. There's a whole other dimension that you would have to clear out karma for to get to. And that's where I'm going. Some people had dreams about this and you couldn't put it together. You didn't know exactly what to make of it. But it makes sense. How about this? That's my belief now. Yeah, I do feel many people are on the verge of... I refuse to take my own life. It's quitting to me. I agree. At some point when these attacks were that bad, I would have, if I wasn't disarmed before placed somewhere. Don't care that I'm just going to say things and then leave it at that. I don't care who did it. I don't care how it was done. I don't care what the fucking date was. I don't care who. I don't care. These are just words that are coming out. Somebody that you were married to is just, okay, so this is me. All right. It just looks so sad, bro. I mean, you don't do shit anymore. And then one of these guys is like, you're having a baby, aren't you? Yeah, that's 7 motherfuckers now. I got 7 motherfuckers now. I can bet, bro. If this is twins, I'm gonna kill myself. I haven't seen my wife anything but round and pregnant for the past fucking 5 or 6 years, man. It's hard. It's like, I think to myself, what are we both here for? Is she just here to keep producing children, or am I just here to produce cash cows for the system, bro? The good little slaves, and then I teach them all the shit that I taught the other ones that was taught to me that didn't get me out of this shit, and I'm just caught in this fucking thing of constantly chasing a dream that. I mean, what if my dream is to just sit there with a fishing pole on a lake and shit with some beer and some weed, and once in a while a couple of cool people that come by? What if that's my dream? What if my dream has nothing to do with a house that costs 6 figures, the fucking in-ground pool? Here's the in-ground pool. I don't know how I'm going to afford this pool. I don't know if I'm going to be able to open the pool. Somebody's like, I don't even know if I'm trying to figure out a way to clean the pool myself and shit, because it's just very expensive. Somebody is trying to figure out a way to get to where you are constantly. I don't know if it was they could have been driving to your city, flying to your country, but having problems with the embassy. Somebody was having problems with the embassy. I feel disbelief too at the amount of effort that goes into something. Whatever this is. I can't believe how much time you put into intentionally putting sauce on the counter so that I'm agitated when I get up. It's weird. You could skip that and go sit outside and watch the sun come up, or just get the fuck out of my house and my life. Yeah, it's unbelievable how much effort you put into blocking the garage. Yet again, knowing that I leave in the morning first. It's just, What do you mean time and effort? Well, I mean, you actually had to parallel park for that. You hate parallel parking. There's time and effort that you won't put even when you go to the shopping. This woman will park in another parking lot and walk before she will parallel park. Okay? The amount of effort and time that you put into this face you put on. Huh? I feel sometimes after we go out, and I think about when we used to do, I feel like I'm afraid to touch you. I feel that if I don't get hit or yelled at to not touch you, to not ruin, then I at least get the feeling that you're moving away from me. Either way, what do I do with this? This doesn't have to be for a man to a woman. That's why a lot of us women, in particular, are good women. I feel like we're just. I have not. I can't be friends with you. It must be me. I finally admit that it's me. You don't even have to explain how it's you. That's just, I'm not trying to add fuel to the fire, but you're just going to admit it is me. I want peace. I need it. And so I'm just going to say, hey. So let's go to the face. There's a woman who is afraid to touch her husband in public. I feel very flipped off. This is more acceptable from a woman than it is. Women it's always been this way. Since Doris Day, yep. And don't touch, don't crack me. Men being like this, some of us just have a hard time getting used to it. Men do, women do, but primarily women. It's difficult for me to see you as me with a cock. Makes me feel like I'm with a tranny. I never loved from a woman's perspective of looking at your husbands. Huh. How long have we been married? This particular version, in 6 days. He goes into the office, comes out. It's more of a distant memory every time. Maybe it's supposed to be happening. Maybe this is happening because this isn't the right fit. Maybe the good Lord is allowing finances to keep coming in so that he can keep changing his face so that I can keep moving further away. Maybe I'm not looking at this right. I'm looking at it like, God damn, I'm going to have to adapt to this. Beyond this illusion, why do I have to adapt to this? I flew too high. Somebody went, it just, not only do I put my nose in the air spiritually, but I would like for it to be all the way up there as well. Carry on, my wayward son. This is somebody's son too. Like, if you're trying to look like your dad, just please get away from me now. I can't deal with two of you. It's like I'm living with two fucking jokers. Every day I get up, I see your father first, and I'm just, okay, I get a chuckle. And now I look at you with the lips, and it's, what are we doing? I mean, if I wanted to live in a house of all women, I would have never married your fucking sorry-ass father's ass 28 years ago. I would have stayed with my mama where I could have. I could have lived there. That's what we did in the South. We could have lived with our mamas the whole time in each other's hair. Remember Steel Magnolias? It was kind of like that. Masquerading as a man with a reason. Well, there's another. Now you're masquerading as a man with puffiness in places where there shouldn't be. And then sunken in other places. It's very mask, like that movie. Huh. I don't know. What is that really about? I think we get the idea, sure. Armadillo. This is hard service, though. What? Somebody went up to their husband and was like, on their cheek. Right. Either way. It could still be your husband. You just don't know it yet. Correct if I said it. There's a reason. But damn. Oh, what is that? Is that Teflon? Is that PVC? Is this your new jaw now? Are you trying to look more masculine? I'm not sure when do I get to say so here? When do I get to step in and say, besides just, oh, it looks good. That's all you want to hear is, it looks good. And if I keep telling you it looks good, and next thing you know, you start looking like a falcon, I'm at fault here. So I'm going to tell you now, I think you're on a road to destruction when it comes to this. And it wouldn't bother me so much if you didn't speak about other people's destruction in different areas where that may not pertain to you. This one affects me, and it affects our family. Cellulite's gonna... that's not the word he used, but that's what I heard. Same thing with the cellulite. How many more things are you going to stick right up in your shit? Huh? This is, I found... Was that ever attractive to certain men? I found cellulite. Oh my God. I gotta go fix it. And they're like, good. Stop eating fucking cottage cheese and your legs won't look like it. Maybe your legs are mirroring what you're eating, huh? Now, it makes them physically ill. What's even worse is when a woman has to hear a man say these things. See, even us women, we don't like hearing certain words. It's the way you say it. It's the way you say it. You can say, oh, there I go, more cellulite. Cool. And it's more acceptable. But it's the, oh my God. I'm like, I just want to wrap you up in a sash and a sada. I'll put you away, Chucky. But then there's the men. Is this cellulite? I know, right? What, is it that bad? I think it's that bad that you're this concerned. I'm the one that's supposed to be concerned about this. You don't notice a gender or a role swapping? Rising up, back on the street. Eye the Tiger. Rising up to the challenge of a... Who's your rival? Is it your husband? I mean, it's like I get it, and then he gets it. I wish we didn't tell each other everything. It's as if we're just friends. We're best friends. There's not a lot of passion or sex. There's not even a lot of conversation. You know, there's no sitting by the fire, just bullshit, having a drink and going over the day and laughing about things. Back on the street. Someone's on the street with all this work done. Went the distance. And now there's a woman on the other side. Okay. Somebody's will to survive was greater. Two people lost things. I think that you both went through some type of round. Somebody was more resilient, and it looks like it's the woman. There could be a man that wound up in jail too because of, like, oh man. Do you know what's weird? If this was a new game, the problem is when the woman wins the game, people don't like to tell you that you won. There's a certain game that was played, and it was the same game with similar subjects and topics, right? Who the bleep did I marry? Will separate them if they find each other again. They find out who they're married to, they win. If they do this or they last this long, they win. There were different games being put in place for targets, and many people won, but they wouldn't find out because you probably have a vagina. I can't say tits. Some of the guys who are on the other side have bigger tits, and some of them are nicer than yours, and you're just gonna have to deal with that. But these are the survivors, and but I don't want to speak for all women. For myself, like, I know that I won. I don't care about where to go from here when it comes to still being in a society. It could be someone that you were in a relationship that is responsible for all this loss and shit, and this feels like a storm, a constant storm and tornado in my life. And it could have been that there was some weird game at play where who's this one who's going to be standing still, and he may not even be here. For those of you who know what I mean, he may have killed himself or got killed, or let's hope so, or fell into the hands of some enemies that may have been an enemy of yours too, I feel, but they liked you more. If I had to choose, I'd choose her. Yeah, somebody could have been dipped in acid. This is just what I feel for some. I have to just not let, okay, well, that'll be easier for women who are like, well, to say that I'm just letting go of him, right? You are usually the nurturing women that the men just don't want. I don't fight enough. I'm not dirty enough. I mean him in the house. I don't throw plates hard enough. I don't slash enough tires. I don't lose enough jobs for him or embarrass him enough. So I'm just not a good fit. I was made for loving you. Somebody thought that somebody else was made for them. I don't believe at all that there's somebody there for me. I believe that it's keeping me fucking bound here, even thinking that there's somebody there for me. My whole perspective is changing. Fuck soulmates. I'm my own soulmate. Maybe when you become one with yourself, you free yourself from other things. Maybe it has nothing to do with another person. Maybe it's different for everybody. Maybe depending on what was supposed to happen. In the darkness. I think this could have been one of them things where you could have been stuck in some weird dark thing, whatever that was for you that's dark. You know, and I know that there are people in certain areas of life where you automatically think gang stuff or cartel, and your shit's darker than that. Yeah, like the people on your committee and what they did, and what some of you fucking, let's not forget, okay, we all have some kind of weird darkness that we're connected to. Some of us just knew where to, the line we wouldn't cross, and we stuck by it, and our lives were difficult because of it, and I feel good leaving knowing that I couldn't be bought with certain things. If you say you can never be bought, you're a liar. You're just a liar. You were already bought multiple times. I mean, you know, I'm not talking about whether or not your mama actually sold you and you just don't remember. I mean, okay, I'll omit that for more views, or you were bought. Okay, I'll just leave it at that. For loving you, baby. So this one here, I feel like you just sit back and laugh. Somebody married multiple people. This is a con artist. There's somebody that I think that they're disappointed because you were the prize. I wish that I wasn't like this. I wish that I would have just stayed with that one. This was like, how many can I have at once? 4. Somebody had 4 wives. Another one had 7. Or they did this fucking multiple times. It's just this constant thing of going and flying places and marrying certain women and then flying to other places and saying like, oh, I am a businessman or I work for the government and it's very, very hush hush. These pricks. Some of them are locked up. Some of them are injured. They're in the hospital. Yeah, these are those, oh, what I say goes. These King of Pentacles, King of Wands. I control the money. I control the sex. I control... Well, allow me to control where my fucking foot goes. See what I'm saying? Here was my footsteps. Allow me to control the direction in which my feet are going now. Yeah, because I'm just... I'm just gonna... I'm not working on myself. Fuck it. This feels so... It does. It feels like a trance mixed with I just really don't care, and you're just gonna know. I'm not gonna have to say it often. I don't care if I wind up on the street. If you were in a certain level of a certain dimension here, would you even care if you had things or not? If you could release things that you didn't know were in your system because they weren't put on paper or they weren't ever found out about, and you could just chant something in Old Sumerian to release certain things digitally. Can you talk to your system digitally, and can you speak to your system in any language? It's the optimum language and the decimal language. Both are viable. But how dangerous are we then? We get the right code and coding and shit. What can we do? Can we change huge things in the world, in the digital, the quantum realm? I'm all out of love. I feel you. I woke up today with such a peaceful, I have no love to give. And this wasn't just to the world. I just mean, except for myself. If it's not even love, it's such a hard to explain respect that I have for myself, for how I handle things, and how I always have some kind of opposition coming at me, man. If they wake up and do it, they go to fucking bed, they do it, they cross me on the street. If it's just how it's just what I remember, and I don't care. I don't fake smile. I don't act like I'm happy when I'm not. I don't kiss people's asses. And because I'm like this, I become something to someone everywhere. Because most people would want to be that way. Whether they know it or they don't, that they wouldn't have that response. I would have a lot of friends being this way. Yeah, it's different today, and it's going to stay this way. Yeah, these are those men who only care about money and control. fuck what they think. I don't care what this is. I know this isn't just me that I'm picking up on. I have been in a constant state of trance to the point where I released a lot of emotionally traumatic pain with physical pain, and I don't know how, but I feel great. I'm concerned about functioning and what I do for a living, though, because I haven't, well, that will just balance itself, work itself out. Maybe what you're doing for a living, you're putting too much into, and this is how much you're supposed to be putting into it. Maybe you overworking and picking up all these hours and going there even when it's closed, and just putting that much into it is causing more imbalance when it comes to getting something out of it than balance. Yeah, look, fuck what they think. I really, really don't care. And people are going to feel weird around you now. You're not going to say much. I don't think you did. You're going to just stay to yourself. You're going to allow judgment to occur for some certain people. They're going to know that things are going wrong because of something. You removing yourself from caring about something. This could be that you got laid off and you were calling your boss and it's like, I could hire you back, but I like to hear you beg because they're broken in some way. They had a dad or something that did it to them. They never got over it. They talk about it, so they bring it up, but they don't deal with it in the right way. So now they're just bringing shit up that made them feel bad about themselves. And they take it out on you. So you're not going to text and say, never mind. You're going to wait until now someone texts you and say, hey, listen, if you want to come back, I think I'm going to take my 4 vacation days. Yeah. Take all 4. Look, if you want, take 2 and 2, or 3. I would save 1 for one of those days where I didn't see that shit coming. Yeah, somebody's experiencing karma when it comes to work, or they're about to because of the games that they play with employees. Switching around schedules, and now I'm going to put you with this one because I know the two of you don't get along, and I'm in the doghouse here with so-and-so, so I want to see some other people. I want to take the focus off me, basically, is what it says. Huh. I like keeping my employees needy. Is that what we do? No. There was a video on YouTube about how this guy, all his employees thrived. He wanted to see his employees move on and actually have businesses of their own. It's a leader. As I said, when you lead, it sounds just gangs and shit. When you lead, people thrive. When you're a true leader, everybody that touches you is better in some way. Yeah, even if it's just with wisdom, because you're a true leader. So, but I'm a creep. That's what we're playing now. And we all know this isn't a good song for a vow renewal, okay? But for somebody, they did it because she knows that he's a jerk off. But it's that situation I told you where there's only a certain kind of woman that can deal with this type of narcissist. I'm not sure how faithful he's been, but if you can be that kind of woman where, look, if I think you're doing something, I'm just going to do it myself. And just get that shit out of there. I'm not going to sit you down. We're not going to have a meeting. I'm not going to allow you to lie to me about it. And then I get angry, and now I wind up hooking up with somebody just because, and now I'm regretful. I'm going to take my time and let the right one come in. But I just want to let you know, if I even feel, motherfucker, because I feel, and I've always been this kind of woman, that you're cheating, I'm not going to confront you. I'm going to cheat too. And then wherever that takes us, that takes us. Maybe we'll just be 2 cheating motherfuckers who portray themselves as the happy couple like everybody else does in the South. Wherever this is, it's the South somewhere. It doesn't have to be the United States. I don't know if this is a Southern thing with blood or something like that, or just, I don't know what the hell it is. Maybe it's the heat and the humidity. I want to have control. I want a perfect body. I want a perfect soul. Nobody really. I like Dr. So-and-so. I would like a soul lift. Can we come up with some technology with this shit that you guys are learning to enhance souls, please? I do believe it's that important. And it's not all, I'm savages and I'll just slice you open while you're walking down the street. But it's a different type of dark soul where you never admit you're wrong. I'd be more inclined to have lunch with the town sniper, the Boston Strangler, Jack the Ripper when it comes to children, than to sit in a fucking place more than I have to with somebody who refuses to listen when they ask for advice, refuse to admit that they're wrong, refuse to apologize. What the fuck do I need to sit with you for? I can get agitated without you being here. I don't have to be frustrated at all. This is where I am. I didn't realize how much it's felt when someone like me pulls back. This is permanent. Right, as the course of events and my desired outcome has changed. And Fatal, I know I'm beautiful. Just remember, I know that I'm sexy. I know that I'm beautiful. I know that I'm gifted. I've already done this, that, and the other. This is a release of fear of death. This is, you're so fucking special. I wish I was the special and the unspecial. I refuse to take part in this war between the gifted and the ungifted is what this feels like. Or, yeah, the special and the unspecial, whether that's on the unspecial's end. It's not like people just walk around with shirts saying, I'm special. Hi, I'm special. I know you've been waiting in line, but here I am. We don't do that. Not that I know of. So what the fuck is it? Why do we feel so freaking low about ourselves? I'm not getting into that. That's something you're going to have to do with your own type of people, whatever this is. But I think that what we can do is we can take this idea that certain people had things just given to them and that their lives were easy just because of a name or an idea. My name is out there. I think that there are women who are more content with being infamous, if I even get talked about. Yeah, I don't need for whatever this was that happened to me to be public. Some of you know that they're trying to boost your story to diminish mine, and it wasn't sitting right with you, right? And you know, someone sat there and just thought, if it was her here, she would say, fuck it, don't tell my story then if you're not going to tell hers or theirs. You're absolutely correct. I don't have to announce how I feel about certain things every day. I don't gain respect and admiration through words only. So fuck my story. Nobody knows it better than you anyway. Yeah, liberate, free yourself from that shit, man. This is one of the ways that they're going to try and keep you bound again. I just got unbound. Somebody just got freed from being fucking tortured or kidnapped. And it's like, well, you want to bind me again by canceling meetings. Now I got, I'm early. I'm late now. You go fuck yourself, man. This is my story. This is my life. This isn't a story. This was actually my life. And I don't wish to gain capital off of it anymore. Whoa. Child and divine. Like, I just want to exist until I don't exist anymore. That's it. Companion. That's what this is. I'm a free spirit. I just want to kind of, I'll tell my story to people. I'd rather just share my story with people that I meet, that I feel would give a shit. Yeah, with the mystic using my the two antennas. Do they care? No. So, So, what's your story? They will walk away. That's a very unsettling feeling when that's the response you get. It's either you really want to know, you may be part of my story in a way that you weren't expecting. You're that weird person that no one sees coming, and when they do see you coming, they think they got you pegged. You know, oh man, you're the woman that walks up. It's like, she did this. She's a cheerleader. No, she's a fucking field hockey. No one ever thought that you would be a boss, right? And a bad motherfucker at that. A boss of whatever this is. Just could be a boss in life. It could be a boss of a powerful organization multiple times. It could be a vice president, depending on what country. I know it ain't this one. I don't feel that there is a place for women like me in this world anymore. And I'm okay with it. I don't want to fit in. I don't want there to be a place now. This it's just different. And I know that there are many who feel this way. I get it. I understand it. No, this is women who feel like this. This is a man's world. Yes. Yes. And do you feel that's them? I just want to sift through this until I'm not here. You know what I mean? I don't want to take over your manly corporation. I don't want to lead your men again, because I refuse for you to come to me and pull your shit out of the fucking ditch you put everybody in, and for you to just now somehow figure out a way to get rid of me and take credit for it again. So that won't be happening, and I just think some women are just going to want to... I got to learn to say no when certain people call me. I don't have to say yes to everybody when they want to come over. I don't have to say yes every time somebody... Why? It's just weird for someone that they always show up at the bar beneath your apartment, but they don't ever want to come up to your apartment. You must be good supply. And if they went up to your apartment, you must be an artist or you're a gifted musician or something. They know that they would have to be reminded that there's more to you than just going downstairs. I think that when they show up at the bar, they're always hoping that that's where you spend most of your time. And you work on crafts, and they don't. So basically, it's they're being forced to notice this about them, and this is about a hit in the faces you're gonna get with something like this. It's you that has the problem that you guys show up at this bar expecting for this man or woman to be there, and they're not. It's weird how we don't recognize a lot of this shit in ourselves. Goodbye.